¿Cuál de las penguins que estaba ahí, tío, el chaval? Hostia. Hostia. Tornado,
Chicas, asomaros del vernos. ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Loli! ¡Ay, Dios mío! Esto es una puta locura.
El coche.
Jo no havia vist mai tant de caudal aquí al riu.
Ay. Estoy temblando.
Valencia, Spain, Oct 30. At least 95 people have been killed in possibly the deadliest flooding to hit Spain in its modern history after torrential rain battered the eastern region of Valencia, sweeping away bridges and buildings.
De los coches.
Meteorologists said a year's worth of rain had fallen in 8 hours in parts of Valencia on Tuesday, causing pileups on highways and submerging farmland in a region that produces 2/3 of the citrus fruit grown in Spain, a leading global exporter. Residents in the worst-hit places described seeing people clambering onto the roofs of their cars as a churning tide of brown water gushed through the streets, uprooting trees and dragging away chunks of masonry from buildings. Torrential rains began at the beginning of the week, with the National Weather Agency AMET launching a red alert for the hardest-hit eastern Valencia region on Tuesday morning. Conditions deteriorated throughout the day, but it wasn't until the early evening that the regional body in charge of coordinating the emergency services was set up. Subsequently, an alert sent by the Civil Protection Service urging residents in the Mediterranean coastal city of Valencia not to leave home was issued after 8:00 p.m., 19:00 UTC. But by that time, it was already too late for many, as motorists trying to flee found themselves trapped on roads and left at the mercy of extreme quantities of water. Local authorities have not yet commented on the timing of the alerts or the delay in setting up the emergency response. Footage shot by emergency services from a helicopter showed bridges that had collapsed and cars and trucks piled on top of each other on highways between flooded fields outside the city of Valencia. Trains to the cities of Madrid and Barcelona were cancelled due to the flooding, and schools and other essential services were suspended in the worst-hit areas, officials said. Power company ID, owned by Europe's biggest utility, Iberdrola, said about 150,000 clients in Valencia had no electricity. Some parts of Valencia area, such as the towns of Turris, Chiva, or Bunol, recorded more than 400 millimeters, 15 to 3/4 inches of rainfall, leading the state weather agency AMET to declare a red alert on Tuesday. It was lowered to amber on Wednesday as the rain eased. There was also flooding in other parts of the country, including the southern region of Andalusia, and forecasters warned of more bad weather ahead as the storm moved in a northeasterly direction. The floodwaters took away lots of dogs, lots of horses. They took away everything, said Antonio Carmona, a construction worker and resident of Alora in Andalusia. The death toll, which includes 3 people in other regions, appeared to be the worst in Europe from flooding since 2021, when at least 185 people died in Germany. It is possibly Spain's worst in its modern history, as the number of victims surpassed 87 people killed in a 1996 flood near the town of Biscas in the Pyrenees Mountains. In 1957, dozens of people died in floods in the city of Valencia, which led to the construction of a new course of the Torrential River to prevent floods in the city's center. Andalusia's regional leader, Jaume Moreno, said a 71-year-old British man had died in hospital of heart failure after being rescued from his flooded home in Malaga while suffering from hypothermia. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen said on X that Europe was ready to help. "What we're seeing in Spain is devastating," she said on X. ASAJ, one of Spain's largest farmer groups, said on Tuesday it expected significant damage to crops. Spain is the world's largest exporter of fresh and dried oranges, according to trade data provider the Observatory of Economic Complexity, and Valencia accounts for about 60% of the country's citrus production, according to Valencian Institute of Agriculture Investigations. Scientists say extreme weather events are becoming more frequent due to climate change. Meteorologists think the warming of the Mediterranean, which increases water evaporation, plays a key role in making torrential rains more severe. Events of this type, which used to occur many decades apart, are now becoming more frequent and their destructive capacity is greater, said Ernesto Rodriguez Camino, senior state meteorologist and a member of the Spanish Meteorological Association. Wednesday's extreme rainfall appears to have been a particularly strong manifestation of a phenomenon common in the Mediterranean, especially in Spain. Known as La Gota Fria, the cold drop, it involves the formation of isolated cold air pockets at high altitudes coming from the north. These clash with warmer, humid air over the sea and coast, the mix of cold and moisture causing sudden precipitation. The clash, also known in Spain by the acronym DANA, isolated depression at high altitudes, produces severe thunderstorms, torrential rainfall, and even flash floods.